Okay, I've got a blank session now, and I'm going to talk about a new subject. And the subject's about groups. Now, we did sound, and here we are in groups in our control area. So I'm going to go to my group tab right here, as you can see. And here in creating a group, I can set the voice polyphony. Now, here I can define the voice limit of the group. The default is 16, and the minimum is 1. And the maximum is 32. So I can have, 32 different, as you can see here, polyphonies going on, which is pretty cool for that voice. So voice setting right there. I can also set the pitch up here and the tuning. And this parameter provides tuning for the group as a whole, right? The entire group. So before I was just like the sound, and we did that. We were in sound menu. Now we're in group, and there's our source for our group. Before we were in sound, and we had source for the sound, no page set up there. But here in this case, we have the source. Everything, of course, is blue, as you can see here in the group. And so we set it up for the entire group. We do work within groups, and this will affect the entire group, all of it. Now next, when I want to name the group, go right down sound, name the group. I'll call the group. I'll just double click here, and I can call the group I want to call. I'll call it D. Hi. Whatever. See, it names it right there. So you can name your group as well. Now, we've been doing this before. We took some samples, take some stuff here, we pull it in and see. And once we actually take these kits I've got here, and we pull these samples from these kits in, and all these samples come up here, the group comes right in there. Our source is already there. See, the source is there. We have the velocity, or the polyphony, and we have the voice settings, and we have the pitch here as well, as you can see. And we go to our first module here, and we can have effects. So I have effects in the entire, I can go here for the group. I'm putting a compressor here in the group. My threshold up. My gain. More attack. Less release. Longer release. I can even pull up a maximizer to sort of maximize this sound up. Turbo it. So we can add effects. But this happens to the overall sound. So to prove that, I can go here to pull up a beat delay. And watch this. And before when I used that, and I pulled up a pattern, and I put it on just the hi-hat or put it back on the cowbell, just those instruments got the delay. But here, we're in group, everything does. So be careful. When you want to add something to the group, make sure it has something to do with the overall song. Say, well, I'm going to add this here, but why are you using it? And make sure that when you do use it, that you know it's going to keep within the perspective of how you want this overall sound to be for that particular song. So here I'm going to just take this out. We don't need to have this delay, and it's just for an example. And let's put something you probably can use. We can use a filter maybe. So I have to use a filter on a group sometimes. And get rid of it. First pattern. Now going back to filter. It's a filter now. The idea of what we're doing here. It affects the entire group. May want to go here and pull up, let's see, a chorus. Add some amount to the chorus, some delay. I may want to go over here and put this to a verb now. Like in the bathroom. So you can see it's on everything. Every sound gets it. So don't go too nuts. Unless you're trying to make something that's, maybe doing a movie, a film score or something, or whatever, we can have all these different effects on here. But in essence, you can use the effects. We have 4 different modules for the group as well. Now the group here also, we have the output like we have in the sound. We have our main out, where we can send it to the master, or we can send it to the 1 through 16 outputs. And here, we have the same for the auxiliary, for the 1 through 16 outputs. Also, this also depends on what you're using for digital interface. In my case, I'm using Pro Tools, so you can also check that out when you actually go to your presets and your preferences. But here, we can send the output of the group directly out. And we also have the groove for the group, so we can make the group change its swing value. And we'll try that right now. See, that's a little off there. So you can change the swing value and you can get that feel you want to have in the groove. So you can do the same thing as you do with sound here with groove. And of course, we have our source as well. And so we can change the polyphony. For example, here, realize how the polyphony works too. Only 2 sounds now. See polyphony here? Only 2 sounds. I can tune them up too, tune the whole group. And that's how we can work with the group parameters.